Tulsi Gabbard. She left the Democratic Party. Well, join the club. Join the club. I think you're going to see a lot more of this. And if she wasn't so anti-gun, I would be more for her. But I like a lot of things she says. I like Tulsi. In fact, she's the only one that ran for presidency as a Democrat that I actually had some respect for. And, you know, she got a little bit more better with her gun control ideas. And I understand she's anti-war and she just probably doesn't want. She just associates having guns with war or whatever. Well, it would be nice if we didn't have to have any guns and there'd be no crime. We wouldn't have to worry about bad guys having the guns. That'd be nice society to live in. And unfortunately, like, we don't live in that society right now. Perhaps in the future we can, but right now we don't. So we need to be able to protect ourselves. But like if she did, you know, get herself together with that and get some understanding and evolve her ideas and her thoughts and stuff like that, I wouldn't mind if she ran with Trump. That'd be awesome. I definitely don't want Pence to run with Trump. Or DeSantis or whoever's going to be the nominee for the Republican Party. But yeah, I think that she's cool. I like her. These Democrats, these people who actually have some type of like being able to think for themselves or at least hear other people's arguments and ideas and just not go with the narrative and be an NPC and just completely like disregard what they're saying. And it comes from because these people live in an environment that is a bubble, that they don't live in reality. That's why they keep on doing what they do. Well, it's either you're ignorant to what's going on because of information suppression, a la thank you YouTube, or any other any of these platforms, which, by the way, yes, private company, but you run your business in America, you use our infrastructure, so maybe you should go with our laws and our constitutions, and if you don't like that, get the fuck out of here. I know these companies are huge, and I know it would not be a good idea if we just started fucking banning these companies, economic wise. But something needs to be done, dude. I don't know what it is. There's a lot of people that are a lot smarter than me, but the way that information is distributed and controlled, whether it's on any of these mainstream media platforms, and people think, oh, you're a MAGA guy, so you like Fox News. I mean, I like Tucker Carlson, and there's a couple other commentators and people on there I like, but generally speaking, Fox News is on the same side as CNN or whatever. I don't trust what they say. They're owned by the same type of people. So like, I really don't. I get I get my news from independent sources. But this whole suppression of our speech, to the point where you got companies like PayPal wanting to have like a social credit score type of deal where they fine you for what they believe is misinformation. Well, let's just see. I mean, look at all the backtracking YouTube's done, where you couldn't talk about certain things, and I don't know if you still can, about what happened in 2020 and 2021, and if you said anything that goes against their narrative, they would ban you. They would literally scrap all your hard work you built up. It's almost like you build up a company. If you're a YouTube creator and you have a good audience, a big platform, and you're getting paid, they just screwed your company. And yeah, you know, you don't have to have. There's a way around the sponsors. I mean, look, we have rated R movies, right? We got sponsors that'll sponsor those type of movies. So you don't have to have a general sponsorship like that would be like off of TV, like a regular old school commercial. They could definitely have somebody that's wouldn't mind sponsoring somebody that had like R-rated content. And it's so weird that having R-rated content nowadays is just speaking against the narrative, or not even like speaking. You don't even have to speak against it. You could just like, you know, have challenge it, and then they got a problem with it, and then you're done. You can't even challenge it, and that's misinformation. You can't even have a conversation, and that's a problem. And all the people on the left that are just going for this, I mean, that's what happened in Germany, dude. If you spoke out against a certain leader, they would take you, and you would never be heard from again. And no, it's not like physical yet. And if you think that, oh, it's in America, we can't devolve into anything like that, you're sadly mistaken. Humans we've evolved, but we haven't evolved that much. We still have primal instincts. You can see with all these simps just trying to like shoot their shot constantly, and these fanboys on the internet with these girls. It's so. Anytime I see a girl, man, on there, I know that there's all these dudes, and she doesn't even have to be that attractive. I see some like girl on TikTok, and she was like, man, she had some problems when it comes to weight. Huge problems. And all these dudes are like simping on her, and it's like, dude, she's like a 2, and all these dudes are just like wanting her. Like, damn, man. Giving her compliments, and she's even like, listen, I got a boyfriend. Like, I don't want you. She's like a 2. And these, you know what I mean? It's like these dudes have no shame, like no respect for themselves. So that primal instinct is still there. So if you don't think that we can go back to the past, we already see with the Democrats how they're trying to segregate people by race. You know, so if you don't think that we can go back to that, oh, we're civilized people. Are we really civilized people? Are we really? Look at the crime rate. It's pretty bad. But not letting people have ideas, banning people who put in all that work because you don't like what they say, or you don't like you can't say anything negative about women. It's crazy. I was watching a little bit of like the Piers Morgan, Andrew Tate. Oh yeah. They don't get rid of you physically right now like they do in China here in America, but they'll do it digitally, right? Like Tate Alex Jones, people like that, other people. I mean, Milo Yiannopoulos, Laura Loomer. These people are gone digitally. And I think it's messed up, man. I don't understand why. Well, I guess the court systems are all screwed up too. I mean, if you look at the trials with Alex Jones, like these people asking for $8 billion from Alex Jones, and not letting him basically defend himself. Like, what kind of court is that? He can't even defend himself. I mean, these judges are corrupt. Like, we got people who were walking around a Capitol, inside a Capitol, and some of them did some mischief, and there was some violence there. I'm not gonna say there wasn't. It wasn't an insurrection, because people would have went guns a-blazing, and it would have been way worse than an insurrection. And you got people who are on the right, who are gun lovers. If they want to cause an insurrection, they would have caused an insurrection. They would have locked down that cap. What are they going to do with all those people with guns? I mean, they ain't going to do shit. You could bring in the military or whatever, but then you'll have other people joining up. Like, if that was a real insurrection, there would have been people held captive. There would have been people who were insurrectionists actually ending people's lives, but the people who were causing the insurrection, they had their lives ended. Now a couple of cops had some problems. I think a couple of them passed away, maybe some injuries. Like I said, there was definitely some violence, and some people need to be held accountable. Some direct destruction of property, but their crimes, like, these people are still sitting in prison. Some of these people are still sitting in prison, almost 2 years later, and what they do, trespassing on a building that they helped pay for, and maybe they caused some damage. Well, I think like whatever crimes they've caused, they pretty much have already served their sentence, probably more so. And these people are honestly just POWs at this point. That's all they really are. And nothing's being done. Trump's not saying nothing, and other people aren't trying to question the narrative, because they're fucking scared. Like, if the FBI wants to come and arrest me and throw me in prison, fucking throw me in prison, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't cause violence. I'm not a part of any group. I'm not even part of any group. So, like, if shit hits the fan, I'm fucking dead. So I don't have a community. It's dumb on my part, but I'm out here talking shit, right, on this device. So, but I don't preach violence. I don't tell people go do this, don't cause a civil war. I ain't pushing for that. I think that if you decide to go down that route, you know what's gonna happen is you're gonna be demonized, just like the people on January 6th, they got demonized for that, looked at it as terrorists. You'll be the front line, so you'll be in the meat grinder, and you probably won't survive. So I tell, like, my kids, I say, like, stay out of it, man. And one of my kids is highly politically charged, but I tell him to stay out of it. Don't go to any protest. Don't fund any organizations. Stay out of that, because, like, Look at what happened in Canada. Look what happened to the trucker protest. You had, just because you donated to a certain organization, then you got your funds frozen. So I got people that depend on me still, because I'm raising decent people who are going to be productive members of society. They don't get into trouble. They don't do drugs. They're going to be hard workers. I got a son that's out there working right now. And, for right now, anyway, these are productive members of society. And a lot of people are going to have anger. They're going to want to have some kind of backlash. That's what happens when a narrative is pushed on people, is there's rebellion. And if you get wrapped up in that, that's what they want. They want people on the right to commit violence, because they can look at them and be like, look at them, but then they ignore people on the left, like in Portland, where that guy just like shot a MAGA supporter or whatever, just like straight up in the streets. Or that one guy on the left that went to the baseball game and shot actual Congress members and shot one. I think Steve Scalise. And you got people on the left that want to go to hunt down Supreme Justice judges, and admit to it. But all that's ignored. But they want people on the right to lose it. Which I'm gonna say is that eventually it will happen if this push, like the suppression, people will, and I'm not gonna be one of them, and I'm gonna make sure people around me that I care about aren't one of them. They're gonna reach fuck it, because I can't believe the patience of people on the right at this point to have this type of suppression, to have all these fucking laws, all this this fucked up economy, the rights taken away, like freedom of speech. I can't even say shit on here. This is a fucking utility, man. Same as like me calling somebody. You're into my shit. They're looking, all these people that have I have apps of, they can see my shit. They can turn my voice recorder on. They can turn my camera on. They can see all my personal information. They can see all that shit, and then they fucking sell it, and they make a profit off of it. And I have no fucking problem with that. That's fine. I don't care. I know what they do. At the same time, I'm helping you out, and you're gonna suppress. You're gonna suppress because you don't like what I say, because it goes against the narrative of the people who control you, because you're a puppet. These big tech companies are puppets. Our federal government is a puppet to the cabal of people who actually run the world, and they're trying to run it into the ground right now so they can gain more fucking power, more control. And the problem is they're boiling the frog too quickly, and they're, I guess, impatient, and they want total domination right now. And honestly, like, if they would have like chilled out, like if they just would have chilled out for a couple more decades, they probably could have been farther along with this type of deal, that what they're trying to push. But since they're doing it too quick, people aren't having it. People are waking up. Not as many people as I would like to see, but there are people waking up. But that's it.